So in most zombie games, when you die, you either lose all your stuff or you run back to where you died to get it. This game does neither of those things, and it's so much worse. Because when you die in Ardem, your character literally turns into a zombie and joins the horde you were just fighting. Not only is this going to be way harder to retrieve your loot now, but other players can kill your zombie body and take your loot instead. Which honestly, kinda genius and kind of evil. But I think we can all agree that that is the level of immersion that we're looking for in a zombie game. And the death mechanic is just the tip of the iceberg, because look at this map. The environmental design team kinda went ham. The level of immersion here is something I've genuinely never even seen in a AAA zombie title, let alone from such a small dev team. Also, if you look at the map, it definitely feels like they're planning to roll out new areas as early access goes on. Kinda like Deadside, which, yeah, we don't talk about that game anymore. And most of the items you find in the world, you can actually move them. So base setups, traps, blockades, the possibilities are endless if this plays as good as it looks. Oh yeah, and just because I know you guys were thinking about it, don't worry about the look of the UI here, because it's been confirmed that this is a design from the old version of the game, and they're gonna update it to something very nice and sleek. Anyway, back on track. So Ardem's been in development since 2023, and only recently got a full visual overhaul from low poly graphics. So today, I'm putting it under a microscope. Does this game have what it takes to dethrone DayZ? Let's find out. Now plans have been made to include a capital city on this map. The only catch is that it'll be in post-early access when Ardem is a finished game, which basically means there's just so much more to come after launch, which I can't be mad about. However, what we will have is location-based resources such as the clay pits. You'll have to travel to these POIs and harvest clay for the entire pottery crafting line, which could lead into farming as well as brick making for bases, potentially. You can also live out of an RV, like have a full mobile base, and tow a trailer behind it, or a water tanker so you can stay hydrated. So either set up shop somewhere, or live life out on the road. Either way, peak zombie apocalypse energy. But here's where it gets intense, because it's not just zombies you have to watch out for, it's literally everything. Vehicles have alarms, and so do houses. You set one off and you're basically cooked. And another bit that interested me is voice chat is affected by the environment. Your voice echoes in a big empty room, and wearing masks changes how your voice sounds. And yes, zombies will absolutely hear you talking. And if you're trying to hide your vehicles from other players, houses actually have operational garages, if you provide electricity of course, and lockable entry points. But you don't just have to hide, because Ardem gives you the tools to defend yourself. You can use houses as bases and put up barricades and create multiple layers of defense. And being able to move all the items in the world means that your defense is limited by your own creativity. Kinda like 7 Days to Die. And if you thought I was done listing things, you were wrong, because you'll be able to customize how you wear your clothing. Hat on, front or backwards, hood up or down, masks on or off. It's small stuff, but it is the small stuff that makes a game like this feel alive. Now, weapons. Info is still a little bit scarce on this, but I have seen an M4 with full attachment support. I'm talking sights, handguards, flashlights, muzzle stocks, lasers. But what I'm personally expecting though, handcrafted bows, crossbows, spears, and most importantly, hand-to-hand combat. Because I absolutely need to be able to fist fight other players for squatter rights over a house. That's non-negotiable. Now, fair question. Ardem looks incredible on paper, but this is a small team with a massive vision. How do we actually trust that Tective Games can pull this off? Well, that's easy, because they've been putting out consistent dev update logs to this day. They're doing everything right. Now the playtest was originally announced for Q1 of 2026, and yes, it did get delayed. They pushed it back to August 31st. But the reason is actually a good sign, because they recently brought on a bunch of new full-time developers and wanted to make sure that the game was actually ready for people to test. That's a studio that cares about what they're shipping. So, does Ardem have what it takes to dethrone DayZ? Look, it's not out yet. I can't tell you if it lives up to the hype until I've actually played it. But I can tell you this, I will be there on August 31st for the playtest. And DayZ should be nervous. So drop a comment, is Ardem on your wish list? And if this video convinced you to keep an eye on it, let me know below. As always, love you, bye.